Hey, welcome to The Explainer. With so much to read out there, how does your brand actually get its story heard? Today, we're going to talk about something really cool, a way to go beyond just words on a page and build a real, genuine connection. Okay, so your brand has this great story, right? All the facts are there, the narrative makes sense, but let's be real, there's just so much content out there. It's like an ocean of words. And text? Well, text alone can get lost in all that noise. It doesn't always get the real heart of your message across. So you've got to ask yourself, can your audience really hear you? All right, to answer that, we really need to start thinking beyond just the printed page. So in this first part, we're going to dive into how adding a whole new dimension, I'm talking about sound, can totally transform your story. Think of your print editorial as the foundation. It's solid. It lays out all the key info perfectly. But what if we could build something amazing on top of that? What if we added the one thing that's missing? The human voice. Imagine turning that one-way message into a real, genuine conversation. Yeah, this really breaks it down, doesn't it? On one hand, you have the print article. It's fantastic for the key facts, the story, everything you can see. But then you add an audio companion, and boom, suddenly you have personality. You can feel the passion. You're engaging sight and sound. And look, this isn't about replacing the article at all. It's about giving it this incredible new layer of depth. So the big question is, how do we actually bridge that gap between text and tone? Well, that's what we're talking about next. We're going to introduce you to Harvest Unpacked, which is a service built to do exactly that, bring your brand's voice to life. And here it is, Harvest Unpacked. Now, this is not just about recording some audio clips. No way. This is a professionally produced podcast series. It gives your brand a real platform to speak authentically, powerfully, and on a personal level. So what we call it is an audio integration package. What does that mean? Basically, it's a digital add-on for your print article. Its whole job is to connect the dots between the information on the page and the emotion behind it. It's all about letting our audience really connect with the people and the passion that make your brand tick. Okay, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds complicated. I'm not a tech person. But trust me, it's not. In this next part, we're going to walk you through just how incredibly simple the recording process is. We designed it to be easy for everyone, from start to finish. And you know the best part? It is so fast. Seriously, you can record your whole interview in just a few minutes. The platform itself is super simple, really intuitive, so you can just focus on what you want to say without worrying about any technical stuff. Look, the whole thing really just boils down to these 4 easy steps. First, you get a unique link from us to log in. Super secure. Second, you get to look over the questions we've prepared, and you can even edit them to make sure they fit your story perfectly. Third, you just record your answers one at a time, totally at your own pace. And finally, number 4, you only hit that submit button when you're completely satisfied. That's it. Simple as that. And that simple process leads to maybe the most important part of this whole thing. You are always in control. So let's talk about the creative freedom you get, because it's a lot. Listen, we're not here to put words in your mouth. Not at all. We believe 100% that your story is best told by you. That's why we built the platform to give you complete, total creative control over the whole interview. So what does that actually mean? Well, it means you can tweak the questions to highlight the angle you really want to focus on. Need a moment? You can pause the recording anytime. You can listen back to what you just said. And hey, if you don't like an answer, just do it again. You can re-record as many times as you need until you are absolutely 100% happy with it. You only submit when you're ready. So, you've gone through this easy, controlled process. What happens next? What's the payoff? In our final section, let's look at the real impact of all this. Let's talk about the true power of your voice. This chart just says it all, doesn't it? A print article alone, great, it gives you fantastic reach. But when you add audio, when you add your voice, you're not just talking about reach anymore. You're talking about impact. It's a whole different level. You're creating a connection that, honestly, text by itself just can't make. And at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. Harvest Unpacked takes your article, which is static, and turns it into this dynamic experience that people can see and hear. It lets the audience actually feel the energy and hear the conviction behind what you do. It's powerful stuff. So, I want to leave you with this one last thought. When you strip away all the facts and figures, what's left? Your passion. That's the real story, right? It's the engine behind everything. So, isn't it time they heard it?